Today I will show you some results that may surprise you. I compared the sharpness of two 50mm prime lenses made by Canon. They are very popular. The first one is the Canon EF 50mm f1.8 STM, a cheap lens that costs around $125 US. The second one is the Canon EF 50mm f1.4 USM. This one is more expensive, costing around $350 US. This is a serious sharpness test. I used the demanding 30 megapixel sensor of a Canon EOS R. Also, there will be 4 rounds: sharpness in the middle of the image, sharpness in the corner, in close-ups, and diffraction. At the ending of this clip, we will find out which lens wins. Let's begin. I photographed this image with targets that I made. Those targets will show us everything. Let's see the first round, sharpness in the middle. On the left side, we have the 50mm f1.4 at its widest aperture. Not such a good start. Let's bring in the other lens at its widest aperture. It looks better, but it's also at f1.8, a much more closed aperture. Now, with both lenses aligned at f1.8, we see that the cheaper lens has a better performance. If we close to f2.8, both images got a big improvement, but the right side looks a lot better. Those lines are sharper and the image is more punchy. Now, closing to f4, it's clear that the cheaper lens won the first round. It is sharper in the middle of the image. If we close to f5.6 and now to f8, we see that the left side never gets as sharp as what we see on the right. Let's now move to the second round, sharpness in the corner. Same as before, on the left side we have the 50mm f1.4 at its widest aperture. This is a bad start. Let's bring in the cheaper lens at its widest aperture. For fairness, let's align both lenses at f1.8. The left side didn't improve too much. The cheaper lens looks better. Let's now close to f2.8, where sharpness improved a lot for both lenses. The right side looks decent, but the left side still looks bad. Now, at f4, the right side looks great. Not perfect, but this is a nice result. On the left side, we see ghosting and poor sharpness. Again, even in the second round, the more expensive nifty-fifty loses. At f5.6, we still see ghosting on the left side, and this also happens at f8. The cheaper lens on the right clearly wins here. Moving to the third round, close-up image quality. I photographed the same image, but at the minimum distance at which each lens can focus. Again, the cheaper lens seems to be better. The image is a bit more punchy. Closing at f2.8, and we see that the right side is sharper. Also, it has better contrast. Now, at f4, the two lenses seem to have the same performance. Let's zoom in a bit, and no. The right side is sharper. Same situation at f5.6, and finally, they seem to have the same performance at f8. But it's too late. The cheaper lens had the better start, and it also wins the third round. Let's now see the fourth round, which lens handles diffraction better. We'll just have to close the aperture more. At f11, they are very similar. At f16, both lenses lost some sharpness, but they look the same, and the situation continues until we reach f22. The fourth round ends in a tie. So, in this situation, cheaper is better, at least when it comes to sharpness. If you have the Canon EF 50mm f1.8 STM, leave a comment stating I have one, because this is a good lens. If you enjoyed this video, press that like button. There will be more. See you soon.